safe, New Year, holiday, the whole shebang. So yeah, a lot to look forward to this year. And we are starting today off with our AUA Ask Us Anything. We usually do this the last Monday of every month, but due to holiday schedules and kind of erratic travel, we've missed the past two. So we want to do one today, and it felt like it would be a good start to kicking off the new year with new people, new customers, new affiliates. Maybe there's a lot of new questions.
Yeah.
So as I'm talking, go ahead and start typing in the comments your questions, and we will address them to the best of our ability.
Send them in. Let's go.
And these questions are product and health related questions. If they have something to do with, business side,
we might touch on it lightly.
We can attempt.
Yeah.
We can attempt. And if you don't already follow us, make sure you follow us on social media. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way, it helps us, but it also helps you, right? So you guys don't miss anything, and we love to have you join us every Monday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and this is these videos are also really great tools to send potential customers, right? I do know that somebody asked a question, and Jenny, made a comment about sharing our trainings, because it gives a lot more information than just a kind of like a one sentence little blurb. So we can go ahead and tackle that one now since I'm talking about it.
Which one?
It was the collagen question, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I believe that's what it was.
Hold on, let me find it.
It was there we go.
All right, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay. Scott says, what's the easiest way to communicate the value of our collagen value over so many other online, offline, grass-fed bovine brands? Or someone says, I get mine for $19. How do we come back to that? We did recently, Scott, just do a really good training, in-depth training on our collagen, because it is a very common question. And I always say, if somebody has a product comparison to send to me, and I'll help compare. And collagen is probably the #1 product comparison that I get. And it's not just apples to apples. So just because something is grass-fed bovine doesn't mean the other one's just grass-fed bovine and we're all the same thing. So it's important to look at the types. It's also important to look at the amount of grams of collagen peptides. Ours is 11 grams. I don't know what other brands are, but sometimes I'll get a brand comparison and it's 5 grams of collagen peptides, right? You want to make sure the dosing is appropriate. You want to make sure quality. So there's testing. So it's not just grass-fed, bovine. It's also a third-party tested. Typically CGMP facilities. What else? That's just kind of surface stuff. But then I'm going to just touch on it real quick, because again, we just did a really in-depth training on this. If you look at our product, we don't just have the grass-fed collagen, right? The bovine collagen, type 1 and 3. We also have 3 patented ingredients, which are phenomenal. They are extremely important, and they're what sets our collagen apart above and beyond.
Yeah, and always just point them to read the labels. Like, learn how to read supplement facts. Look at the back. Look and see. Compare the source of the collagen, compare the weight of the collagen, compare the other ingredients, if there are any. If you get questions or get stuck on that, ask us. We can help you compare and contrast. And then look at the inactive, so the other ingredients. You want to know what else is going on, what else is in this product. Is it in powder form? Is it in liquid form? We're big believers in powder for stability purposes. You're going to mix it in water anyway, so it goes into a liquid. It's more stable in powder. How many servings in the bag? All these different things. And that's just kind of like how you start to evaluate the value in other products and compare with LiveGood. And you'll notice that we'll be straight up and honest with you. Sometimes we have products that don't compare, and we'll tell you that, we don't have something like that. That's a good product. So happy to help you with any of that. All right, Moving on. Oh, and by the way, I do believe the bovine collagen is the preferred source, just because the amino acid sequence more closely matches us. We are mammals. I think that's a better match than fish or bird. So.
Right. But again, watch that training on this YouTube channel. Just go ahead and find it. It's maybe 3 weeks ago, not too far back, but we go in depth all about collagen. While Ryan is looking, he's scrolling to the questions now.
I'm scrolling down through the computer.
I do get a question a lot. Dr. Ryan, maybe you can answer this specifically, but since we launched Vitality, and we also have our Shilajit in CMOS, we talk about the boosting testosterone. So I've had the question of, can they be combined? Should they be combined? Do I have to take both? If I'm taking Vitality, should I still take Shilajit and CMOS? The answer is yes, but maybe you can dig in a little further.
Yeah, I think we just recently did a training on vitality when we launched it. So that was only 3 weeks ago. There is so much substance there with regards to the ingredients and how they can impact testosterone specifically, and then as well as free testosterone. So I went into the details on that. I told you a study on myself where I managed and evaluated my own testosterone increases, my numbers. So vitality will do that, whereas the organic Shilajit, the Shilajit with organic sea moss indirectly impacts hormone levels. It's not exactly raising testosterone, but it's giving the body the rest of the vitamins, nutrients, minerals, and fatty acids and such to help with the synthesis of hormones.
Right. So it's like saying, now that I'm taking vitality, do I still have to lift weights to try to boost my testosterone? Well, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Still have to do that.
Yes.
So yeah.
Right, one more here. When will we have more mushroom products? So you guys know we have mushrooms in our coffee. Our coffee actually has 6 adaptogenic mushrooms. It does have the Ganoderma, if you guys are ever heard of that. That is the reishi species. There is some of that in there. It's USDA certified organic. I actually love this question. I do like these adaptogenic mushrooms. I see ourselves using mushrooms more in the future, so stay tuned on that.
Right. And I do know that there's people that don't do coffee or don't do caffeine. So we are considering that for sure.
Yeah, we are. Exactly. Okay.
I felt like I had something else to say. I had a question going back to the vitality. I just had a random question today of a comparison while you're looking through about a product called Joy Mode. And I mean, it's a great product. But I wanted to explain a little bit of the differences. The ingredients in Joy Mode, specifically, it's L-citrulline and L-arginine, which are both in our essential aminos, but they're designed to increase blood flow. They're not necessarily designed like the ingredients in vitality to change your testosterone level. Am I correct with saying that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's not really like a comparison. Well, one increases blood flow. I mean, the other one actually is going to work directly on our testosterone levels. So I love the questions because I understand that you guys don't know this, and why would you know? If it's you're not your interest, not your expertise. You're just going by marketing, right? What the label says, which is tough. What else?
Can we mix super reds and magnesium in a smoothie? Yeah, you can. So magnesium is just in a capsule, veggie cap. You can open the capsule and empty the contents in your smoothie. That's fine. There's no problem with that.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing we say about magnesium is just don't take with other vitamins or minerals. The super reds doesn't have vitamins. I mean, it's not a vitamin.
Yeah, I mean,
supplement.
Magnesium is one that I kind of say space out, take by itself right before bedtime is how I prefer to use it. But do what works best for you. You kind of have to figure that out. What product may help acid reflux and GERD? I mean, GERD is so common, guys. It's mostly dietary related, so it's lifestyle changes. I hate the proton pump inhibitor class of medications like your Prilosec and your Prevacid, because they alter the pH of the stomach, which is never a good thing. The pH is very acidic, around 2, for a reason. So those PPIs are horrible. But the gut support's great. Yep. Absolutely. Does a lot of benefit to help re-inoculate and culture the good probiotics, has the prebiotic, so it can help feed the bacteria. So it does a lot of good things.
And the digestive enzymes. Yeah. So will help a lot for sure.
Yeah.
There's one I saw.
But there are some certain foods that can aggravate acid reflux, guys. So if you do suffer from that, make sure you identify what those are. And it can take a lot of trial and error.
In time. Somebody was asking, I saw up there about bone health supplements. You are working on.
Yes, yeah. My mom had severe osteoporosis, but she was also very sedentary. She was drinking a lot, just bad situation. So she has now since changed her lifestyle, and osteoporosis has been reversed. It's crazy.
Very cool.
Back to normal bone density, which is insane. So calcium is on our radar. Lots of different forms of calcium. Right now and if you're going to do calcium, you need to do magnesium, and you have to do vitamin D3 with K2. So all of those. So D3, K2 is one product. The magnesium is another. And then we're going to come out with a bone support product with calcium.
Correct.
And some other awesome ingredients. It won't just be calcium by itself.
Yes.
What is this? For kidney health. So do we have any products for kidney health? Man. Well, kidney health is something that needs to be watched and cared for at an early stage. If you wait until your late stage with kidney disease, not a whole lot that a supplement can do. Obviously, you still need nutritional value. Dietary things are considered. You need all the antioxidants, phytonutrients, plant-based compounds that you can get. It's very, very important. It's the filter of our blood,
Sure.
and so the kidney plays such an important role. I get this question a lot, Lisa. You may not know. I get it a lot.
Yep.
I get it a lot
Likewise.
because honestly, diabetes is a major contributor to kidney disease.
What I always say is, do we know the root cause?
Do we know the root cause?
Do you have diabetes?
And
It's typically my first question because we have to fix the root cause to start fixing everything else. So if we're just treating the kidneys, we're not treating what caused the kidneys to malfunction in the first place.
Yeah. But most people are under the false impression, though, that with kidney, if you're on dialysis, that you can't take certain products, right? And I always have to defer to the nephrologist, though, because the kidney doctor is going to be the one he's overseeing your care. I don't know specifically your care, but I can tell you that certain docs now are starting to change their view on patients that do have dialysis, though. So kidney disease is a major common thing. So. I'm happy to email back and forth with you, though, if you have specific questions around that, because there is some data that I can share with you.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Someone was asking just about this is back in your back office. How do you see your downline? If you log into your account, you should be able to see everything. On the sidebar, there's all tabs for you to explore, and it's in one of the tabs. If you still have trouble, support@livegood.com is our customer support. They're amazing, and we'll get back to you.
Good question right here. How is E3 different from essential aminos? Can you take both? You can take it first, and then I'll finish.
Yes. Oh, I'm gonna grab them. Hold on.
So they are different, but there's a lot of similarities too, but they are different.
Okay. So first, you have your electrolytes in both. Okay. Modest amounts,
not much.
Which is just a little added bonus. You do have your essential aminos.
In both of them.
In both. In your essential aminos product, we also have what I just spoken about, increasing blood flow, your L-citrulline, your L-arginine, and your L-glutamine. Both really great for blood flow, muscle building, energy, cellular support. That sets our essential aminos apart, in my eyes, from all other essential amino products as well. And then your E3 has your caffeine, not just your caffeine. Has your caffeine, so it's more of like a energy, a pre-workout. If you're not working out, maybe you just need that boost. You need to go tackle something in the office, about to go do some yard work, whatever it may be. And we also have the patented ingredients in here, your beta power, your beta prime. What else?
So
Huperzine A is it?
Yeah, I love Huperzine A. Alpha GPC, awesome ingredients. So E3 is different because it's more of a brain, mind muscle ingredient. We call it a pre-workout because it's caffeinated. 100 milligrams?
I think 125.
125. It's caffeinated, so it's not something you're going to use late in the day. You wouldn't use it past 11 a.m. if you're anything like me. But that's a big difference because the essential aminos, I would say you can use before bedtime. You can use in between meals up until dinner time. The benefit of using both is that there's really there is an upper limit on how much essential aminos in free form, so just free form essential aminos that you should be consuming in a day. But you could take easily 10 to 40 grams a day, right? So that's really up to 4 scoops of this a day. So if you did one, between meals, and then you could have your E3 in the morning, that's fine. You can do that. I've combined them into the same drink before.
So do I.
I don't mind doing that. You're getting basically 20 grams of essential aminos plus all of the other amazing ingredients. Easy.
So great if you're working out too.
I'm telling you, it's great. It's fantastic. Obviously different flavor profiles, different tastes. Love the Huperzine A and Alpha GPC for brain enhancing properties in the E3 too. So Ben will tell you he absolutely loves the E3 and he loves the essential aminos. He won't go a day without either one of them.
And that's also why I say E3, it's not just energy before workout because of what Ryan was just saying stimulates the brain. You need to go sit down at your desk for a crank out 4 hours of work. It's going to help you out. What happened?
I forgot to go live on Instagram. My bad, Instagram folks.
Are we there?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry for those on Instagram just joining us.
I'm sorry, my Instagram family. I did not go live on Instagram. So there we are. Now we are. Hello,
again,
Instagram.
All of this will be on the YouTube channel, so you can go back and watch what you missed. But again, this is our AUA, Ask Us Anything. So if you do have questions, quickly write them in. This is all product health related questions. Yeah.
Can someone be a member without paying the $9.99? No. You can be an affiliate for a one-time $40, but to be a member, you have to pay $9.99 a month. But that also gets you right off the bat, like you'll save more buying 2 products a month. It's very, very, it's a good value.
Right. So
I was going to read this one here.
Yes.
Do we need to avoid lectins? I don't know if you want to dig into that.
Yeah. So Christina and I emailed back and forth about lectins. She was concerned because, you know, there's different schools of thought. A lot of your plant paradox by Gundy has really pushed the no plants, avoid lectins. But I mean, we've been eating plants for centuries. I mean, this is a big, it's a part of,
forever.
Yeah, it's a part of our daily diet. We actually get a lot of beneficial nutrients in there. Whether lectins are beneficial for us, but they don't hurt us. Now, some bodies, some certain health conditions, possibly, right? Like gluten's a lectin. You know, celiacs like must avoid gluten. Gluten intolerances should avoid gluten. It's because it aggravates your gut, right? So if you have a compromised gut, if you have certain health conditions going on, maybe some autoimmune disorders, avoiding them, you might feel better, right? But it's also, there's no legit science that backs up the avoiding lectins, the whole plant paradox, right? So you do see it a lot more in like companies that do maybe push more of like the carnivore diet, that it's, you know, avoid lectins, avoid plants, carnivore. I mean, I like it all. And I know for the most part, what if I'm sensitive to and what I'm not. So, I mean, lectins are beans, like, so take it if you're a vegan. You'd have a very hard time getting in your protein if you avoided lectins altogether. Now, some people can have a moderate amount of beans and they're fine, you know, so it's just, you got to see how you feel. But no, they should not be avoided if your body has no problem tolerating them. And
it kind of goes like the oxalates and the phytates too, right? The anti-nutrient. What we're referring to with when we're talking about these lectins is what the anti-nutrients that are in plant compounds, like the defensive compounds in plants that can be aggravating to humans. But oxalates, people get worried about those for kidney stones and such, you know, and quite frankly, that's now being refuted. So there's
right. So oxalates are in beets. And people are like, oh, well, you have to avoid the beets. Why are beets in the super reds? Because there are oxalates. Typically, there's an underlying issue going on in your gut. Yeah. And that's why your body can't handle the oxalates. So it's all, again, let's stop avoiding things that are super healthy for us and have many benefits. Let's find the root cause. Like, why am I not able to tolerate this, right? Take some steps back. Let's work on healing the gut. Let's work on taking care of our body. So.
Yeah, good answer. Awesome. Yeah. Here, quick business question. Do you only have to get 2 people signed up or must you sign up more people? And will you get paid if you do not sign up anybody? So if you sign up 2 people, you're a bronze member, you actually get 50% of both of their 40. So that's your $40 back. Sign up 2 people, you now break even on your $40 affiliate fee. That's what that whole thing is about. You should sign up more people. Of course you should. It's a win for you, but you don't have to. And if you don't sign up anybody, you can still get paid under that spillover. It just takes time and it'll take a long time. So you just have to be patient and, you know, it will happen. Everybody that comes in goes under people that are already in the company. So
yeah, like spillover was much easier when we started, right? Because we didn't have that many people. So right. Spillover would happen faster.
Right. Do you have an omega product? You know we do. Top-selling, best-selling product, of course.
So it's our omega-3s from
anchovies,
wild-caught anchovies, as well as CoQ10, turmeric, and garlic.
Yeah.
So super powerful supplement. We have not been able to find all 4 of these in another supplement. So you get a lot of bang for your buck in this one.
Yeah, and it's concentrated too. 600 milligrams of the EPA and DHA per soft gel. So you're getting a very high quality omega-3 product. All right, let's keep moving.
Can Super Reds be taken with a new product for men? 100%.
Should be, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing. Like ingredients in Super Red increase blood flow. Ingredients of vitality helps to
balance hormones and improve hormone ratios.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is too, think about the Super Reds, the same mechanism of action that you see with Viagra and some of the blood pressure medicines. It works on the nitric oxide pathway. So it does help increase blood flow. That's how the dietary nitrates work.
Which is beneficial for our whole body, not just
erectile dysfunction. Yeah, right.
Can you super res and super greens be mixed together? Tony, yes, I commonly do that. I like to separate them, but when I know I don't have much time to get all my supplements in, I just put it all in one.
Yeah, I don't take them together. That's fine too if you do. It's just it's a lot of antioxidants and phytonutrients at the same time. Wouldn't you rather have it spaced out throughout the day? Preferably, yeah. Who's this? My buddy Ivan. You know it. Happy New Year, Ivan.
How long do we have to wait before eating?
It depends on the product. So, like, I'll be the first to tell you that you should wait to take your vitamin D3 and multi with food your first meal because they're a lot of fat soluble properties. And then, of course, magnesium. I'll tell you separate. We do this whole thing anytime we do these instructional videos on them. We talk a lot about timing because I think it's important. But at the end of the day, what's most important is whatever works for your schedule.
Yes.
So you guys are getting it in.
Go ahead and click on that one because I just emailed her today.
Where?
Donica, I did email you back, but I'm just glad you bring it up because it is a common question. So Donica, and Happy New Year to you, says she's seen other vitamin Ds at 10,000 international units. Is that too much to take daily? The product she saw was, okay. So you have to understand that vitamin D is a fat soluble vitamin. So if we are taking too much of it, it builds up in our tissue and can cause toxicity. Then there's other water soluble vitamins that if you were to take too much of them, that your body, not too much and bad, but that your body doesn't need, you just excrete them in your urine. So it's not an unsafe situation. But when it comes to vitamin D, it can be unsafe. So this should really be dosed based upon your blood work. And now vitamin D on your blood test, this is very standard, very routine. This is something that if you're going and getting a blood work every 3-6 months, this number should be on there. So you can see where it is and where it should be and talk to your doctor about it. 2,000 international units is like the safest, most effective dose to help maintain a vitamin D level. Correct?
Yeah.
I want to say. And so anything over that should be dosed specifically based on you. And that's also why in our vitamin D, we do give 60 capsules. So we do know that people do likely need more, at least to get to the level that they want, the desired level, and then they can decrease to maintain. But this is, again, a routine test that you should be doing every 3, 6, 9, 12 months.
Know your numbers. We think the 2,000 should yield around 30 nanograms per ml. Lisa says she always wants to be above 50 on her numbers. So I take 4,000 and I'm just at about 50s and something. So that's a good reference point. You know, it's pretty much an average. But yeah, you're right on. 10,000 units every day, not knowing anything. Say you had kidney insufficiency or anything, you could back up and there's a look at MedWatch, the FDA's med thing. There's tons of reports of vitamin D toxicity, tons of reports. And so be careful when you see that kind of stuff.
Sure. And I gave an example. When we ran a health clinic, the doctor at the time, he would not suggest or recommend a vitamin D above 2,000 international units unless he looked at the blood work. So because it can be dangerous. So I kind of feel like it's a little bit of malpractice, people going around, companies just going around saying, take 10,000 international units because we think more is better, but not always. You have to know your numbers. So great question. Okay, we just talked about acid reflux.
So do we have any product with milk thistle? If not, are they any coming up soon? Liver support is almost out, so it's almost ready. You're going to love it. Wait until you see what's in this thing. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I love
and the milk thistle that we have is actually standardized to two active, well, maybe 4, but constituents of the milk thistle. So high value coming your way on liver support. And other things. Milk thistle does other things. Do you see anything, Lisa? Let me get my readers on. My eyes are
someone
straining.
was just asking, I think it was Sybil was just asking if she's not really hungry but needs to take her vitamins, can you just have a few crackers instead of a meal?
What do you recommend for a vitamin for a postmenopausal woman who does not want to take
who doesn't?
Oh, what do you mean?
Can they just take a couple crackers and that constitute of having food? I mean,
no. I mean, it's not going to be. How many calories would a couple crackers be, you think?
And there's probably not fat in them.
Yeah, it's probably not. Exactly. So when you're talking about supplements to be taken with food, you want some fat in the belly to emulsify, to become, it co-transports basically. Yeah, I don't think crackers are going to cut it. Half an avocado might do it.
Yeah, there you go. Or even a quarter.
Take the men's formula or the iron dose, not a big deal. Lisa, you want to take a stab at it?
Do you recommend vitamin postmenopausal women who... Oh, yes. Sorry. I thought you were talking about Vitality for a second. Yes. Currently, we do not have a women's multivitamin without iron. So if you don't need the added iron, you can take the men's. But no, just because you're postmenopausal doesn't necessarily mean you don't need the iron. We in general are running lower and lower in iron these days, which tends to, I mean, this is common with all these nutrients. We're not getting it from our food. So again, just because you're postmenopausal doesn't mean you don't need iron. This is again a simple blood test. Like if you're doing good with your iron and you don't need the added, take the meds. Voila.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just drifting off.
Someone was asking,
space.
Could you do a gummy vitamin for adults for those of us who are not tablet friendly?
We're looking at doing another option on a vitamin.
Sure,
we're not sure yet.
But in the interim, all of our capsules. So we don't
open.
have tablets right now. Tablets are like how
depressed.
Yes.
Depressed.
Our capsules, you can open up the capsule and dump the powder in. So everything is a capsule besides factor 4. So you could be put in a smoothie, it could be mixed with yogurt, applesauce, orange juice, water, like whatever you choose. I do have some people that cannot swallow factor 4, and I just tell them to melt it in warm water and drink it when it's cooled. Someone said they actually pierce it and squeeze out the oil. I mean, to me, I don't think it's going to taste very good, but I mean, it's an important supplement. And I have also had people that have a really high speed blender, like a Vitamix, that throw it in there. It needs to be a high speed because you got to break up the gel cap. What else?
So question came in, and I think, not sure. Let me see if I can find it again.
Hang on. That one?
So this question come up. Nanoparticle CBD is only in our pain cream. We don't have nanoparticle in our oil, in our tincture. Nanoparticle refers to the size of the molecule. It's reduced down to like, I think 10 to the negative 9th, like a billionth of a meter. So the nanoparticle theoretically would help with absorption. Skincare matters. In the oral gut, it can matter as well. But we don't use nano in our tinctures, strictly in our pain cream. I don't know if that's
for better absorption.
Yeah.
In the skin.
I can't see because I hover on it. I can't see.
Sorry. All right. So again, keep the questions coming. If there's any more, keep scrolling.
Oh, sorry. Thought we were done.
Would you recommend something other than the CBD for seizures? Make sure your vitamin D is where it should be.
Yeah, and your magnesium.
Both those deficiencies doesn't mean that that's necessarily a root cause, but it's an easy one to fix, right? So check your vitamin D, supplement with magnesium. Magnesium is hard to determine from a blood test. To really know your magnesium level, you would actually have to take like a muscle tissue test. So, but again, with magnesium, if you're taking too much of it, it will cause a GI disturbance. So that's an easy way to know. But naturally, we are all deficient in magnesium. So taking 2, I actually take 3 of our magnesium at night. So try those.
Yeah, and CBD, there's drugs that have been approved by the FDA for in epilepsy. CBD has been approved for that. So
yes. Alan, you can take Vitality and Lean 8. Yes, both very different roles, very different ingredients. I mean, really, all of our supplements can be combined in some way, shape, or form. Just because, like, we're trying to not make something to replace something or to take in lieu of something. So each one there might be some rollover, some common ingredients, but the purpose of them are very different.
So anytime you take something that, before or after food, typically it's 1 hour before food or 2 hours after. So that should suit you just fine. If you're using Shilajit on an empty stomach, 1 hour later is plenty of time.
But do you have to?
No, you don't have to. You don't have to. That's the preferred route for me. I like that in the gut support first thing early, full glass of water, wait some time before consuming food.
Right. I think more with Shilajit is, it can give you some energy, some natural, great energy. So utilize it, right? You don't want to take it before bed. Take it in the morning.
All right, what are we doing here?
We did Vitality and Super Reds. I don't know if that was a repeat. Did you scroll up or down?
I'm going.
The detox right there. Click. Is the detox product good for a heavy metal detox? Yes, it's going to bind to toxins and help excrete them. That's the purpose of it. So, it's something that's designed to take every day. I do get this question a lot. Is the detox meant to be just you do a temporary detox, maybe a couple weeks, and then you're off it? No, it's a gentle detox for your body. It's not going to strip your body of the nutrients. Some heavy detoxes, like they're going to literally detox all your vitamins and minerals. So those you would do short term, but ours is designed for daily use because we're exposed to toxins every second of every day, from the air we breathe, the water we drink, the clothes we wear. I mean, no matter what it is, the food we eat, of course. So having your body, supporting your body's natural detox is very important.
Next up, we've got coffee. It's the only proprietary blend. You don't break down the amount of each ingredient in mushrooms therapeutic standardized amount. So Peak O2 is the name of the company that provides the 6 adaptogenic mushrooms in one blend. Peak O2 has a website. I think it's a great website. Unfortunately, they do not disclose the amounts. That sucks. Just be honest with you. It sucks to not know it. It's 1 gram is what we use of their adaptogenic blend.
Right. But I thought we were changing.
No, we did. The updated label. I don't know if
Yeah.
Eric has seen the updated label, but the label, we broke down everything
Besides Pico 2.
besides Pico 2. So you'll see like that has been cleaned up. You'll see that, but you're still being told only 1 gram of all 6 mushrooms. It's the world we live in with some of these companies. But at least I think it's a reputable company. I know I've worked with them now quite a while. They do a good job.
Greg, the dog nutrition line is
not this month.
Works, but
not this month. I wish. Yeah, we're not close to that yet. There's just so much going into this pet line that it's going to be big.
Someone's asked about asthma and taking our products. Yes, they should be taken. It's
Absolutely.
typically an inflammatory response. Yeah. So please focus on the Factor 4 Daily Essentials pack, getting the antioxidants, super red, super greens. And again, if you're international, I recommend this one a lot. If you're international, there's the International Wellness Pack, which is your Factor 4, your magnesium, your multivitamin, your vitamin D, your super reds and super greens. I mean, again, we should all be taking this. So if you ever have anything going on, that is the best way to start. And if you're not international, we have the Ultimate Wellness Pack that just includes the essential aminos, which is super helpful in maintaining that lean body mass and a whole lot more. But
we talked about our Omega product here, Jeffrey. We got to Factor 4. We kind of touched on it earlier.
Yes. Magnesium separate if you can. That's also on our website. We suggest taking it alone. So try to take it, an hour apart from other vitamins and minerals. That's why also taking it right before bed is super easy, unless you have a medication you have to take right before bed.
So Pia says, are we having bone broth? Yeah, we are actually. I don't know how you knew that. Maybe I mentioned it in the past, but we are working on bone broth.
I've had that question a lot lately.
Yeah, we are working on bone broth. All right, Lisa. Well, we've come at over 30 minutes.
Okay, nice.
My battery is running low.
Awesome. So if your question did not get answered, or if you still have questions, or if questions come up, you guys can always reach me, lisa@livegood.com. Again, we try to do this the last Monday of every month, so maybe you'll get another one this month.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we also have some new products coming out. So when we launch those, that's kind of takes over the Monday for sure. But thanks for joining us. Appreciate it all. And again, Happy New Year. And I look forward to your questions.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. See you again soon.
All right. Take care.
Bye now.
Bye.